Well, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another fantastic episode of Let's Play Pokemon Soul Silver. This is episode number 32, which will officially be the start of the post-game episodes. Here we go, and we talk to the professor, and he tells us, hey, good job, take this ticket, and you guys can go to Kanto, you and your team, which is very cool. We're going to be taking our first steps aboard the SS Anne, and then our first steps back in Kanto. So there is a little bit of cutting that goes on here and there. Of course, here we get to see Professor Oak when we get to board the SS Anne. I believe this is in Olivine City. That's how we get here. But I just cut a little bit out just because it is going to be a relatively long episode in the series, and it was going to be even longer. I think it was going to be like 48 minutes. 31 seemed a little bit more feasible, especially because a lot of the gameplay is going to be battles upon the SS Anne and our first gym battle over in the Kanto region. So, you know, a lot of those battles are sort of repeats. I wanted to show the full gym in Kanto, so I decided cutting out some of the battles in the SS Anne, being as they're all pretty much along the same lines, just new Pokemon and things like that. You know, it doesn't hurt anybody, but there we go. We're sailing away on the SS Anne. Come sail away with me, yeah. This guy's looking for his granddaughter, I believe. She went missing. So that, of course, when we find her, we'll be able to exit the SS Anne. But I start going into these rooms. First I talk to these guys, but then I start going into the rooms because I know there has to be a healing point somewhere on this ship. And I eventually do find it. I believe when I do find it is when we actually cut and just start going to some of the other stuff. But here we go. Here's our first battle, and he's got Delibird. That's a cool Pokemon, not one we really saw much in this Let's Play. Unfortunately for it, it is an Ice type, so it's going to be extremely vulnerable to Brick Break here. I think one Brick Break will set it back. But it is odd, the scaling, like, you're going to see here in a couple minutes, so it's not really a spoiler. Like, our first gym in Kanto, the Pokemon are significantly higher level than we are right now. So, like, it makes for, like, a really odd scale. I did try to go back and fight some of the previous gym leaders in Johto, and we can't do that. I know we could always go through the Elite Four again if we wanted to, but I really don't see a point in doing that, if that makes sense. I mean, in one regard, would it help us? Most certainly. You know, it would make a lot of things a little bit easier going forward, because we could scale up to, I don't know, like level 45 across the team, but at the same point in time, it also kind of feels like we're cheating the game when we do stuff like that. Like, I like grinding to make these episodes smoother for you guys to watch, but it also defeats some of, like, the fun of it, if I'm gonna be honest. So that's why I didn't go back and just horrifically grind through the rest of the game. Let's take out this little Phanpy, which is a Pokemon we wanted at one point in time, but we can't get him in this version of the game, unfortunately, so that kind of stinks. This guy's going to use Feint Attack, which is going to be super effective on Tomahawk, unfortunately. Luckily, we survive. I think at least one of us is going to outspeed here against Teddy Ursa. Now, we both did, but he doesn't take Ghost-type moves, which is good to know. Moving forward, I kind of just thought he was a solo Ice-type, but maybe he's Ice Ghost? That wouldn't make much sense. I don't know. Is the Dark type resistant? I think maybe the Dark type resists Ghost, and maybe that's why we couldn't battle him. I don't know. Like I said, a lot of these battles on the SS Anne, they're just the SS Anne repackaged from previous games. Like, we've already fought them. We know exactly what to expect here. It's just different Pokemon. This guy's going on about his granddaughter, so obviously we need to go back here once we find the granddaughter. Anytime you get, like, a message like that in Pokemon, it's like, hey, that's what you need to do to solve X, Y, and Z. To progress in the story, you're going to need to do the thing that that guy's saying that you need to do. Which is nice in some ways that, like, the game lets us know that, but I don't know. I think the whole granddaughter thing here, in this case, is just kind of dumb. It's not, like, a compelling, like, oh, man, thank God we found his granddaughter, like, when we eventually find her. Because there's no benefit other than we can exit the SS Anne. It's not even like we get, like, a cool item. Oh, I guess we do get a cool item out of it, but we'll cover that when we get there. But it's not really an item that we can use per se in this Let's Play, but Oh well. It is what it is. You know, sometimes Pokemon does that. Sometimes there's really cool rewards at the end of it, and sometimes there is, not some good rewards. There was Bronzor. That was a cool Pokemon. So that was a Gen 4 Pokemon, I believe. Which goes to show these remakes do have Gen 3, Gen 4 Pokemon in them. This is Golem, of course, a Gen 1 Pokemon, but only obtainable by trade. He's pretty weak against a fighting type, but overall I think he's a pretty cool Pokemon. He's probably gonna take out VW Bug, actually, because I didn't know Rollout could do multiple hits like that. Yep, there goes VW Bug. Out for the count. Who could we? Zillakilla. Zillakilla will be super effective against him. Dig should be super effective. As long as whatever move this guy does doesn't affect us underground. Earthquake, which it does. Perfect. Perfect. I bet you this is a one-hit KO on Zillakilla. Almost guarantee it. Yep, there it goes. Man, that is the downside of Zillakilla. We will get to see some upsides of him later in this for our first gym battle. If that's any hint, or if the title screen was any hint as to who we're going to be battling, but yeah, it would have been cool if Zillakilla got to attack there. I like getting him as much EXP as possible, because, I mean, he's our only non-fully evolved Pokemon on the team, and when he does fully evolve, he's going to turn into an absolute unit. But that's only given that he does fully evolve. Right? There's also a good chance that we won't get him up to a high enough level, and people are calling me. Why are you calling? I'm not even in the region anymore. You shouldn't be able to call me. Let's go through these doors. Let's see if we can just find a bed to rest. There's a guy resting. No, that's a guy resting on the job. We'll need him for a later point in time in this whole section of the Let's Play. And here's a bed. There's a PC in this room, so that's at least good. Can I rest? I can. There we go. So this is where you can heal up if you want to in between battles, which I do very frequently, but now that we've done that and I've shown where that is, let's go talk to the captain here at the very bottom of the boat. We have to play hide and seek with this little girl. If she's gonna hide, we have to close our eyes. There we go. I keep thinking, is she hiding in the garbage can? That would actually be pretty clever. I would give it to Game Freak on that one. That would be a good hiding spot. I decided to talk to the captain. He's like, she left the room. So at least we know that. She's somewhere aboard the ship and we just have to look for her. She's probably just hiding in a corner somewhere. Not too bad. You know, not the end of the world. I want to check every nook and cranny, and here you'll actually get to see the bottom of the ship, being as I cut out all the battles and stuff leading up to this. You'll actually get to see what the below floors look like in the bottom of the ship. Which is why I cut it when I cut it. To get past that sailor there, you have to wake up the sleeping sailor up in that room. Just becomes available to wake him up once you select him. There's a bunch of beds in here. And a trainer over there. Battled him, and the girl is over here in the corner. Luckily, I caught her with my eye on that one. Otherwise, we would have been running around for a while. But now we take her up to her grandpa. It's like, oh, you were playing hide and seek with my daughter. Granddaughter, very good. And we get the metal coat. So for those that don't know, if you attach the metal coat to either Scyther or Onyx and trade it with somebody, you'll get a Steelix or a Scissor. Scissor is a really, really cool Pokemon. One of my favorite Pokemon introduced in Gen 2. Like, by miles. It's definitely in the top 5. And, yeah, I always wish I could have one on the team, but, like, I never had anybody to trade with. I know in Legends of Arceus I used Scissor for a while, and I was super happy using Scissor for a long time in that Let's Play. Eventually, I just wanted to explore and get some other Pokemon, but it was a really, really cool Pokemon to have on the team for a long time and had a lot of utility throughout the game, so that's always good to see. But there we can see Suicune. He was standing on the water, just sort of yelling at us, I guess. I don't know what he was doing. He was up to no good. He started causing trouble in the neighborhood. Got in one little fight. His mom got scared. Said you're gonna go live with Average Joe. And use Nair. That's how that song goes, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure. I haven't looked up the lyrics in a while, but pretty sure that's how it goes. Okay, so let's go in here. Let's go heal up. Heal up our team before we take on the gym leader. See, the part with Kanto, I will say, because I always love returning to Kanto. For those that don't know, the reason why Kanto exists in this game, and it's not just like a clean Johto run and then that's it, is because they thought Gen 2 was going to be the end of Pokemon. They thought like there was no way people would be that interested after Gen 2, so they were going to end it here, but then everybody loved Gen 2. Especially because it revisited Kanto and like continued on the story and things like that. So they were like, let's see how long this can ride. And up until 2023, it's still riding strong. I mean, the games are losing a little bit of value, but they're still going pretty good. But here we are. If you don't recall from our Kanto Let's Play, we are going to be taking on the Electric Gym first from where we landed on the map, which is always fun and exciting. The dog is ripping apart a bone. Hopefully that's not too loud on the Let's Play here. I'm sure it is, because it wouldn't be an Average Joe video without an inconvenience, folks. You know it, I know it, we all know it. But you can see here, yeah, like these gym leaders are level, right, 45. It would have been nice to be at least 45 coming in here, is my opinion. Just because they do frequently outspeed them, which kind of stinks. But a Shadow Ball here should do some good damage. And that will lower its special defenses. And Brick Break should do really good damage against Voltorb. Our Electrode. Voltorb is the pre-evolution. Yeah, so it's almost a one-hit KO, which is really nice. I think Brick Break is going to be better to use. I'm going to go with maybe Feint Attack on Jolteon. Because it's just using Helping Hand right now, it's just helping set up. So it's not really causing a massive danger. I'm really surprised it doesn't have, like, any electric-type moves, that it's not just taking Tomahawk down, because you would think that would be, like, the go-to way to deal with the situation, but it's not doing that for whatever reason, so just use Rock Smash, get Electrode out of there. Jolteon isn't really posing a threat, so we'll just slowly chop away at him. And right now, I think we switched the EXP share over to Tomahawk, just because, like I said, even though Zillakilla is going to be the main focus for a lot of this first gym here, Tomahawk and VW Bug both level up relatively slow, so it makes more sense for one of them to have the EXP share at this point in time. Just that way we could heal them up if we need to. Or we could level them up if we need to, which I know for a fact we will need to later in this Let's Play. So we might as well focus on that. Let's use another Shadow Ball and another Brick Break. I mean, this just seems to be working for these teams. Nobody's really posed a threat. It's so bizarre to be like the electric type gym leader, and I have a flying type out there, and they're not even challenging it at this point in time. Let's learn Future Sight. No, hold on, Average Joe. Yeah, let's learn Future Sight in place of what is that, like Psycho Drift or whatever it is? Because this just does 80 power, 90% accuracy, but takes 2 turns. That has 90% accuracy, but does... I don't even know. It's an oddball move. That would be the lightest way to put it in my mind. I think Future Sight is much better. Psychic we will replace it with in the future, but It doesn't learn that for a while, so there's really no reason to go into that. And then a Voltorb's coming out, and an Electrode. So, not an excellent pairing. That's okay. Use him to go after Electrode, and then we'll go after Electrode as well. Roll out. Is that going to be a one-hit? No, it wasn't. That's good. So then Shadow Ball should deal good damage, and my Brick Break should take him out. Now Voltorb is going to move the slowest, so we've yet to see what he has to unlay on us. Does he have an Electric-type move that could take Tomahawk out of the fight? That is the question. Shockwave. Yes, he does. Is it going for Tomahawk? It is. Smart man. That'll take him out. Okay, so right now I think he's probably, yeah, Shadow will be good. I kind of want to put Zillakilla in there, but I know I'm going to have to heal up in between this fight and the next fights. So I don't really want to go back to the Pokemon Center, so we might as well just do this all in one big long run and get it over with. Like, that to me makes the most sense. But I don't know, that's just me. That's just how I view it, you know. I could see you taking many stances. Oh, a Magnemite is the final team member here. So this actually could turn out a little bit bad for us. Oh, Brick Break's gonna hit first. Never mind. We're fine. We're 100% fine here. There we go. All the Pokemon are dealt with. Okay. So let's get some revives. I'm sure we still have one after our treacherous journey through the Elite Four. Let's get some super potions out there. Everybody get the super potions. You know why? Because it's electric. Boogie, woogie, woogie. Surprised. Normally, I say that to my dog. I say her breed name, and then I go, boogie, woogie, woogie. And she starts shaking her tail, but right now she's preoccupied with the bone, which I'm sure you could hear her chewing away on. Nom, 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 nom. She's like a little gremlin. This puppa. But here we go. It's time for another gym battle. Of course, we'll be battling as many of these grunts as we can just to get them out of the way. Makes the most sense, honestly. Just deal with them. Brick Break. I'm expecting this to be a 2 or 3 hit KO. Maybe a 2 from Pikachu. Gets a 1-hit knockout. Perfect. Tomahawk gets some EXP. Electrode coming out. Oh, Electrike. Okay, let's put Zillakilla in there. We haven't seen him in a while. And I think since we've last seen Zillakilla, I think he now knows Earthquake. Maybe? Yeah, he does. So he got him out of there, and then he's like, let's put in Flaffy. We learned Earthquake on the SSN, for those curious. The Earthquake is still going to be super effective, so I'm not really sure what he was going for there. Yeah, because they're both pure electric types. I don't know what the switch would have really done for him. Because I'm not going to trade out now. I might as well just use Earthquake. I mean, with me being level 47, Zillakilla is our highest level Pokemon. That's why I took the level up from him. Because I don't even think he levels up until like level 60, so there's no... Like, that's 13 levels. We might be able to beat the rest of the game without getting him there. So I decided we were better off just giving the EXP share to other Pokemon in the team. I'd love to get him to level 60. I've never had... in this generation, I've never had a Tyranitar on the team. I had a Tyranitar on the team in... I think I had a Tyranitar on the team in Pokemon Scarlet. I think I did. And I believe he was a monster. Like, just completely... I think I had a Dragonite and a Tyranitar on my team. It was a very dominant team in Pokemon Scarlet, and we still got our butt handed to us at the end of the game. That was, I wouldn't say it was a challenging game, but like there was enough challenge there. But there we go. Now we have unlocked our way. For those that remember, that's the gimmick of this gym. Now we can unlock or go after the gym leader. Lieutenant Surge. So I'm expecting Lieutenant Surge here to actually have like a formidable team. They all tend to in the rematches here. Which is why it would have been nice to like grind some EXP here. Because as you can see, there's 11 minutes left in this video and they're all on Lieutenant Surge. I mean, what is that, level 61? That's got to be 51. I read that wrong, right? Let me get... Yeah, it's 51. Okay, thank God. But, yeah, I hate it when Pokemon use these trolling moves. I know I've said that time and time again, but this really is so damn annoying. Especially because this is probably going to do like a quarter. I did a little bit less than half. But you know what that means, right? Everybody knows what that means. Is I'm going to hit him. He's going to be in red health if I even survive up until that point. And then they're going to use a full restore. And then I'm likely going to miss because of the paralysis. I can almost guarantee that's what happens here. Right? I go for that. He uses full restore. I miss due to paralysis. And then he knocks me out pretty much. Is what happens. It's like money. And then continues to set up with double teams so that way we miss him further in the future. It's such trash. Okay, at least I hit that time. Does it lower his defenses? No, but I got a critical hit. I should be going with Brick Break right now, because if I hit, I'll knock out. I wanted to get the defenses lowered with Rock Smash, which is why I was going with it. Brick Break is the right move. If Shockwaves hits and kills, it hits and kills, but Brick Break is the right move. Okay, I missed. Alright, I died, is essentially what happened. I think Shadow... Oh, Ampharos is a good move here. Sapperman, aka the Shocker, coming out. I think Strength is our best move here. So the Shocker is going to be a good move for the time being. Just because we'll get to, as long as we don't continue to miss attacks like that, they don't have anything ultra strong against the Shocker, right? The Shocker is a one and done. I've said that time and time again. You take a Pokemon, you lay him down, you give him the Shocker, you're bound to win. Just a no-brainer. All of them love it. Jesus Christ. But jokes aside, yeah, the electric types aren't going to have a strong move against the electric type. Like, they're not built to deal with that, so... But at the same point in time, Zapperman's not really built to deal with it either. I mean, he's got strength. That's it. Makes me regret. I think he was one of the Pokemon that could have learned Shadow Claw. Probably would have been a good one to teach him. I think we eventually teach it here to VW Bug, but it would have been a good move to teach Zapperman, because he would have had the upper hand here. Whereas now we have to wait for Strength, and I don't even know if this is going to knock out Raichu, because Strength is an inherently weak move, but it does. So at least we get that. We get 666 experience points, the number of the beast. Of course. Oh, 44. He's going to send out Electrike. Do I want to switch? I don't want to switch. Because I want to go in my bag, and I want to start using a revive here. I want to bring back VW Bug. Because VW Bug is going to have some advantages throughout this fight, as long as these Pokemon don't set up like that. Oh my god. That's always fun when they do that. My dog's looking at me like I'm going insane, and I actually am, because when a Pokemon does this, it is infuriating. And then I'm gonna hit with Strength, I can guarantee it a few times, and then it's gonna start to go downhill from there, instead of just switching into the Pokemon that would deal the most damage. It's so annoying when they do this. Because now I can miss 30 times in a row. Like, it could just happen. We haven't seen it to that extent yet, but trust me, I played it where it's gone like that. Let's see how many times we missed. That's 2 times in a row. Can we go for 3? 3 wins the small prize. 5 wins the big. There's 3. Small prize. Wing ding ding. Chicken wing winner. Here we go. Can we miss 4 times in a row? 4 times in a row! Can we miss 5 times in a row? And it's gonna use Charge Beam and probably knock me out. It's so absurd. Okay, it's not very effective. At least we got that. But it's special attack prize. We missed 5 times in a row. We won the big prize. That means I get an Electrode plushie 6 times in a row. That means I get to give one to a child as well. We're really the big winners here. It goes to show, like, his first couple Pokemon are tanky, but then the rest, if you look at the timestamp right now, this ends at the end of this battle, so obviously the rest of his Pokemon are not nearly as bad. And that caused paralysis. Are you kidding me? It's such a joke. I hate that his Pokemon are the way that they are. It's infuriating to be in a battle this long. And it's not like the Lance situation, right? Like, our Lance battle was really long. But it was really long because it was intriguing. We had some elements we had to apply. He wasn't just outspeeding and then using stupid tactics. Like, he was outspeeding, but it was also due to his strength that he was getting there. Without this Brick Break right here, I think this whole battle is lost. And a self-destruct. Oh my god. Hopefully we don't need VW Bug anymore, because that's probably going to kill him. It was close. Okay, there we go. VW Bug. Tomahawk. I think we should switch here into Zillakilla. Because Earthquake is going to do well. And I don't think he's going to have any fighting type moves unless he has like a low kick or something stupid like that. She really shouldn't have. Oh no, it's Electric. I read it wrong. Sorry, I apparently can't read. That raises the defenses, but Earthquake is such a dominant move. There's no way he survives this. If he survives this, this is utter bullcrap. Like, there is absolutely no way. Even with that up, yeah. It's just dunking on that guy. Dunking. There we go. Magneton, no problem. Let's just keep scaling through. Magneton actually might have like a steel type move that's super effective here. Yeah, Mirror Shot. I bet you this is a one-hit KO. If not, it's really close. It's really close. Earthquake. Hopefully this is a one-hit KO here. And then we just know, like, all we have to do if Zillakilla dies before it gets to attack again, all we have to do is heal it up. Like, no other reason to use any other bullcrap. Heal up Zillakilla. Yeah, let's just switch out. There's no way we're gonna outspeed Electabuzz. Average Joe, use your noodle. There we go. Get Gator in there. Gator! He should have a super effective move against Gator, which is fine. All we need to do... get one move in, like a crunch. We can switch into Shadow if we need. All we need to do is really do some damage here to Electabuzz. Then get Gator in. Let him do what he needs to do with his move. And just call it from there. That should be enough damage. That's, by and large, enough damage. Give this to Zillakilla. He's gonna outspeed Zillakilla, but that's fine. Maybe it might even be smart to throw in Shadow, because Shadow, any status that's on Shadow will reflect directly on the opponent. With that being said here, ladies and gentlemen, we are approaching the end of this episode. If you like this video at all, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. All that good stuff is greatly motivational towards myself in making videos just like this now and in the near future. We are playing this series here on Tuesdays and Thursdays, of course, and we'll be playing until we beat all of the Kanto Elite Four, so that's always very fun and exciting. And along with that, if you're not interested in this series, or you say, Average Joe, I want some first-person shooter or something a little bit different, hey, feel free to check out any of the episodes coming out on Monday and Wednesday, because we are playing Halo Combat Evolved, which has been a ton of fun. We are already 3 episodes into that series, and should be wrapping it up here close to the end of this month. And then hopefully playing Super Mario Land, and then moving on to the new Mario game that's coming out as well. So lots of fun updates there coming out on Monday and Wednesday. And then, like I said, playing this game Tuesday and Thursday until we wrap it up. And then we'll likely move into one of the remakes of Gen 3 for our next Pokemon Let's Play. So that should be really fun as well. I know I've said time and time again I don't want to do that. I want to avoid it as much as possible because I hate that generation, but we got to do it. It falls in line with the Pokemon games. Tuesdays and Thursdays have always been a Pokemon staple in the Average Joe playbook, so of course we're gonna do that. Eventually we will take a break from Pokemon, but I'm not feeling so burnt out yet that we need to do that right now. But until next time, everybody, I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you all are having a snazzy week, and like I said before, if you did enjoy this video, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. It's free to you, greatly motivates myself. And until next time, peace out, Girl Scout, and we will see you all here on the next one. Hello!